The year was 1973. A young Dolly Parton sat with her guitar, ready to pour her heart into a song. She had a lump in her throat, a melody in her heart, and a difficult decision ahead. For years, the Porter Wagoner Show had been her home, and Wagoner had been her mentor. But Parton knew it was time to move on, to step into the spotlight on her own. Wagoner didn't understand. He felt betrayed, but Parton had to follow her own path. And so she wrote, "I Will Always Love You." It wasn't a song about romantic heartbreak. It was a heartfelt goodbye, a tribute to a man who had helped shape her career. When she played it for Wagoner, tears streamed down his face. He knew this was goodbye, but their story didn't end there. Years later, Elvis Presley wanted to record "I Will Always Love You." Dolly was thrilled until his manager, Colonel Tom Parker, called with a demand. "You know we have to have at least half the publishing rights on any song Elvis records." Dolly stood her ground. "That's not my rule," she told him. Heartbroken, she turned down the opportunity. She cried all night. But Elvis never forgot the song. After his divorce, Priscilla revealed that he sang it to her as they left the courthouse. Years later, Dolly said if she could have one last conversation with anyone, it would be Elvis, to tell him she still dreams about hearing him sing her song. Fast forward to 1992. Whitney Houston was set to record "What Becomes of the Brokenhearted" for the Bodyguard soundtrack, until she learned it was already being used in another film. It was Costner who suggested "I Will Always Love You" playing her Linda Ronstadt's version. When Dolly found out, she immediately called producer David Foster to make sure the final verse wasn't left out. The result? A song that became legendary. Houston's version spent 10 weeks at #1 in the UK and 14 weeks in the US. It was the best-selling single of 1992 in the UK and 1993 in the US. With over 20 million copies sold, it remains one of the top 5 best-selling singles of all time. It won 2 Grammys, including Record of the Year, but surprisingly not an Oscar because it wasn't an original song. Rumors of a feud between Dolly and Whitney surfaced, but both dismissed them. Dolly admired Houston's version, saying, "The way she took that simple song and made it a mighty thing, it almost became her song." From a farewell to Porter Wagoner, to a missed moment with Elvis, to Whitney's career-defining anthem, "I Will Always Love You" became more than just a song. It became a legacy. Thank you, Dolly, for writing such a masterpiece. Thank you, Whitney. We will always love you. And thank you, trendsetters, for watching and supporting my channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, stay curious and shine brightly.